Ain't shit on my house. I got that check and took off. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with a. Get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my. Sit the back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a polio. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. Cause when I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm out like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They go play action with Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play action. It's Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Again, it's Trubisky. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Will Tye, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Back two, Mike. Back two.
They'll run with Mack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the light. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Romero. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a carry from Mack, and they'll get him down right about the 20. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over.
And they'll run it here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Ooh, the juke. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. New York set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
No. Me.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Romero. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11. Tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And, off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Right, now,
just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he steps away. got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll throw now on the final play. Out to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Red Ransom! Red Ransom! Red Ransom!
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. Now Trubisky lost the football, but I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They go play action here on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A check of the scoreboard there in the third in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Now they try the right side here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it second down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Gone! 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 All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone! 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 Over!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll drop to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And no, it's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now out come the Giants. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And now running right through it. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That one 28 yards on the ground. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way.
Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go. Here we go. Checking one. Checking calls.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a handoff looking right. There he goes inside the 30. And he cut. Touchdown, Giants! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And out come the Dolphins now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.